Every day in one of my classes, there's always these kids that come to class and they're giggling, they're making like stupid jokes, they're loud and talking about like vulgar stuff out loud. They're making like these goofy noises and like they're whining about the work that they have to do. Even a couple of days ago, there was a kid, I swear to you, I'm not even trolling. This kid was arguing with this girl about his pants size, like his waist size. He literally said like quote word for word, "I'll show you my waist. I'll show you." Like, bro, what is your pant? These kids are so childish. They're just like they're being clowns. They're literally clowns. Their purpose in the class is literally to make everyone laugh at the cost of their own respect and dignity. This is not only exclusive to class clowns. Interactions with most guys is lighthearted and so unserious nowadays. Everyone's just laughing around, showing on TikTok some funny video that they saw, making fun of themselves about their own mistakes. For example, in another one of my classes, at the table that I sit at, these kids laugh at literally anything that is like that ounce of it funny. The way even someone says something, they'll just like start laughing, start giggling around like the whole time. These people resort to this type of interaction because they have nothing meaningful to share, no value. They have zero respect for themselves. The amount of times that I see conversations, especially at school, that is meaningless and superficial is so unfathomable. But this isn't something that is just like, oh, no, I don't do that type of stuff. No, this is something that depends on your environment and the people that you're with. Even for me, I find myself in these precarious situations with my own friends. I just want to like rip myself out of the setting. Bro, the only thing these guys talk about nowadays is girls, like drugs and alcohol, like these Netflix shows, sports, video games. Personally, I'm tired of this. And I would much rather the meaningful conversation with real men of dignity, nobility, of honor. So how do we regain our dignity? Well, first off, it starts with you having a high level of respect for yourself. Because once you have a high level of respect for yourself, then others are going to have that same type of respect for you. You attain self-respect by seeing yourself progress in any metric of life. As a result of this, you become grateful for your previous self, for your past self, for the work that he put in. Once you have this self-respect, don't indulge yourself in these superficial and meaningless conversations and topics. You'll even find yourself not wanting to be in these types of interactions. You'll find it as if it is a losing transaction. All interactions are a transaction. You trade your time for value. Once you respect yourself and you have a high level of respect, your time has a high value. If you had a gold bar, you wouldn't trade it for some pebbles. In the same way, if you have a high value of time, you wouldn't trade it for some superficial and some lowly banter. When you start interacting with other men of dignity rather than boys, then these interactions feel much more significant. And you won't want to go back to the old lowly interactions. Now, if you have a friend that you low-key indulge in the lowly interactions and the banter with, you can actually somewhat give him a chance to redeem himself. How? Instead of letting him start the conversation with some funny thing that he saw, ask him a meaningful question. Personally, I do this by asking him what he actually does at home. Like, not like some, oh, I go home and I chill. No, I ask him like, what do you actually do? What are his goals? Talking about like God and religion. This will make the conversation much more meaningful. And if he's actually interested in this type of meaningful conversation, then he'll even like continue with the topic and he'll even ask you similar questions. This is how you cultivate meaningful relationships.